The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It can be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, this defense for the Packers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
He's going to keep this again. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. That play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He's going to field this at the 4. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
The Packers are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 54 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Now Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
61. Matchbox, slide.
Again, it's Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll give them another shot here on the ground. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Open man right side is St. Brown.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but they got his quarterback in the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw here. Buying time to his left.
And that one not going to have enough height on it. Down around his feet, it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They go play action with Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is offered an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Play action. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their route, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
He's airing it out for Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for Detroit. 62 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Get ready.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. As the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is down to 2.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Packers. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Wilson going to throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. This is intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown.
In order to lead in the game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. They'll try and throw for it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for Detroit. 66 yards.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Lions have got it back to within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they said? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Wilson's throws on target to Duvernay.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones.
81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll try the right side with Jones. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. From the shotgun, again to Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he's going to have the Packers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14.
So 3 points response there to that opening touchdown in this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the 2nd half and take over.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as his guys will have it to start the 4th. As time has run out on quarter number 3. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not winning for him.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. 128 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Running right, Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Here's Wilson. Drops it to Jones in the flat. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Slot man moves right. They'll go with Jones. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. In motion left comes Williams. 2nd and 13. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was unable to complete it there. And just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, make sure you know what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now as to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
He finds his man, complete. It's Barber. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw saw how precise he was and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Ready, quick.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.